Hey guys, so I'm going to show you guys the basics of contouring, and this is my way of contouring, so it's not really anything special. It's just very quick contouring and highlighting. And so, being that said, we're going to start with our nose area. What I like to do is use my quad palette from Avon. This is the Mocha Latte palette, and I like to use this very light shade right here, and take a very flat brush and I just dip it in there, and then I go ahead and line, and I go ahead and just line this part right here. And you want to make that nose, you're going to scrunch it. Scrunch your nose like that. I know it looks funny, but that's how I contour my nose. But you don't want it too defined because then it just looks like you contoured way too much. So usually if you just kind of stop it right there, and then down below here, right by the nose right here, you're going to shape your nose so it looks slimmer. I think when your nose is slimmer, it just looks a lot better. So do that again. Shape that. You see that? I'm just kind of like a triangle pointing down. So do that again, and you're just gonna blend that in. You can kind of see the difference from before to now. First, before we contour the cheeks, we're going to highlight, and I like to use two different highlighters. Now I use either the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC30, and you can get this from the MAC counter for about, I don't know, $18 or so. Either this one, which is a very popular concealer, or you can also use a different one, which is a drugstore alternative, and this is the Maybelline's Age Rewind and Neutralizer. So both of these work great. This one has a sponge, this one has a pump, so it really doesn't matter. I'm going to use the Pro Longwear today. I'm going to use about a pump, and that should be good enough. The back of your hand, and I'm just going to take my fingers and apply it right under the eyes. So I'm going to put that right in this area. And you can just go ahead and dab it in first. And onto the other side. Right in the same area, we're gonna dab. You can either use your fingers or use a brush. And I'm gonna use a Real Techniques foundation brush. And I'm just going to dab away under the eye. And this is a great concealer to conceal under the eye. Just dab that. And you can kind of tell like how extreme this concealer works for the under eye or just highlighting in general. A lot of people don't like using it because they feel like it creases under their eye, and some people don't care because it works for them. I'm one of those who don't care because it works for me. So you can tell that it's extremely highlighted, which is very nice because that's what we want. And we're going to put the remaining on our forehead, just the remaining, and down here. So this is that. Now I'm just going to take my foundation brush and I'm just going to blend it downwards. Blend the edges so it's not like white on my foundation. So that's how it looks like highlighted. Then we're going to take our bronzer. You can use any type of bronzer. If you don't want something too orangey or too muddy, I think this one works really good. This is the NYX matte bronzer, which I really like, and it looks very muddy in here, but actually is pretty nice, so it's not too bad. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I mean, it works really good. Or you can also use Jordana. I've been really liking Jordana blushes, especially if you have something like dramatic on the eye like me. I like to use these two, which are called, oh my god, what is it called? It's called Terracotta. So you can actually use Terracotta, and then after that we'll do our blush. And I think the blush I'm going to use today is Tawny Beige from Jordana. So I really like these colors. So I'm going to start off with the matte bronzer from NYX, and this is in medium. And I'm just going to take my bronzy tool here. This is the contour from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to dip a little bit, not too much, because I don't want anything too harsh on the cheeks. Since I have like dramatic eyes, I just want a nice contour and something kind of like natural at the same time. So as usual, I'm going to do the fish look. And this is how I do it. I mean, I don't know how you guys do it differently, but this is the way I contour. You're gonna take it off the hairline. You wanna make sure it's not too harsh either. And then you want to take it down the jawline. And this is kind of how I do mine. Okay. And then you're going to, of course, take this and just go up the hairline so you don't look too washed out also. So everything's blended in nicely. Okay. And now I'm going to be taking a fluffier brush, and this is from Real Techniques also. This is the buffing brush. And I'm just going to, of course, take my terracotta, and I'm just going to dip it in. Just off to this side. Okay, now we're going to go downwards. I'm going to take the blush, which is the Tawny Beige, and I'm just going to take a little bit. Put that right on the cheeks. And yeah, this is pretty much my how to highlight and contour. And if you feel like you want to go back and touch up with the highlighting, go back with this and just go ahead and dab any excess that you don't want and swipe away. So this is pretty much it with my how to highlight and contour. Very easy and basic. This is how I do it, and I hope it was helpful and easy to follow. And as always, don't forget to follow me and subscribe to my channel.